Wage rises are costing businesses and will mean less jobs. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein or cup of coffee because we're going to talk about businesses that have been impacted by the new wage rise to the minimum wage. Now, there's so many people that are sensitive. If you criticize the minimum wage at all, they think you're just a greedy, evil business owner that wants to attack the poor, underprivileged people, the proletariat that can't rise above the minimum wage. It's bullshit, guys. Minimum wage for most people is a stepping stone in your career. It's usually a starting point. Your wages go up and down as you go through your life. And what you want to do is you want to remove impediments to people getting into jobs and employment. You want to make it easy for businesses to hire people. You want to also make it easy for businesses to fire people because then they're more likely to give someone a shot, to give someone an opportunity. The last thing you want is to create a bar of entry that just means it's unaffordable to hire someone to teach them new skills. I know I was talking to some architects years ago when I was a student, and they were saying that back in the day, when wages were a lot lower for students of architecture, they'd have time to really learn skills, to really spend time detailing something or trying something or testing something, learning how to design a fireplace from scratch and do all the details to really get to grips with it. But now, well, they're all paid the minimum adult wage. It used to be they'd get paid a lower rate. So you really can't afford to do that anymore on a lot of jobs. And the problem is that's a learning opportunity that's missed. And I know lots of firms, and I've competed with firms as well, that just offshore all the work. I'd have coffee with engineers that have, we've got a team in Australia and 40 people in the Philippines as well. And the problem is you lose those opportunities for learning and skills here in Australia. And you also make it harder for people to start a business. You make it, you disincentivize people from starting a business. You make it harder for people to get their first rung in a career. And then what happens is someone who's from probably not as wealthy a family can't bend the rules because there's a firm here in Brisbane that's notorious for giving work experience where all the students work for free and they're working on projects, which is not what work experience is meant to be. It's not meant to replace a role. He gets them to sign contracts and they're working in a role, doing actual work. Now, don't get me wrong, I've had work experience people as well, but it was actual work experience where they design their bedroom and they get to sit in our environment and use our equipment, that type of thing, an experiential test of a career. Now, this firm takes advantage of people, but it can only take advantage of people that, sure, if they want to do it, they can do it, but they're wealthy enough to be able to afford that. Whereas if you had a lower point of entry, there'd be more opportunities for people. So that's the point here, guys. The government is intervening in the market, artificially setting a bar, and it's stopping people from stepping up. That's my concern with this. I'm not the mean, evil business owner stepping on people. But there are always going to be some people that don't understand that, because there's a little bit of a nuance to it, and most people only see things as black and white. Now, I want to talk about, another thing I saw. This is Bell Bot. This is a little gimmicky thing, and should remind everyone that the minimum wage is $0, the actual minimum wage, and that's replacing people with these type of things. And I wanted to, it was a bit of a gimmick, okay? I think this was done as a gimmick because it's a cafe where children are encouraged to come and play in the play area. That's why they do it. But I wanted to see what the cost of it was. It's $28,000, which is about $40,000, 41,000 Australian dollars, which at the minimum wage is about 50 weeks. Okay, so 50 weeks. And this thing was delivering food all through the restaurant. And it may not replace an entire person, but it could free up the person who'll be running around there, who can be doing other orders, who could be cooking food, making coffees, cleaning. So yeah, this is what creating these artificial barriers to employing people encourages. It encourages businesses to either offshore or to automate. Look at McDonald's. Look at the check. Can you even go to Macca's now and get order a burger at the counter anymore? You got to use the stupid bloody computer things now. That's just how it is, guys. So let's have a look. Far North Queensland farmer reveals the wage rise cost on his business. Now, most people say, oh, it's only $40 a week. If you can't afford that, your business should close. These are people that have got no idea really about running a business. You don't look at it like just $40 a week. Think about it. If you have 10 staff, that's $400 a week. If you've got more than that, you've got 100, that's $4,000 a week. It all adds up. And then you've got all the people that are paid above the award that you've given higher pay because they've got more responsibility or capability or skills. They're going to want to be bumped up because someone with no skills or at a lower level is getting bumped up as well. So that's the cost flow through your business. So, an emotional farmer has revealed the depths of Australia's economic crisis, with the country's recent wage rise set to cost both him and his employees in far north Queensland. On Wednesday, the Fair Work Commission announced the minimum wage will be lifted 5.2% to $21.38 an hour base. While the move has been welcomed by workers from around the country, it means small business owners are now having to make tough decisions. Well, yeah, this is what will happen. Businesses will cut hours, or they'll cut staff, or they won't hire someone, or they'll find ways to avoid this cost. Because as a business owner, you need to look at it from a bigger picture. Warren Johnson, who runs Johnson's Farm Market in Cairns, said the wage increase will cost him an extra $85,000. That's the cost to his business, $85,000. It's going to have a dramatic effect on the whole supply chain, he told Today on Friday. We're producers as well as retailers. I suppose if you start in the store here, the wage increase will affect us to the tune of around $85,000 a year. Mr. Johnson said while the government did a pretty good job of keeping people employed during COVID, he feared the latest move would cause more unemployment. I can only see one outcome for us, and there is going to be more unemployment, which is very unfortunate because a lot of businesses have struggled. No one in retail, everyone, right through the whole pandemic, he said. Not only in retail. Well, yeah, North Queensland, everyone has struggled. We saw that with the bankrupts and insolvency notices coming out of North Queensland. I did an episode called The Bankrupt Coast, guys. You could see it there in the numbers. He also confirmed he would need to pass on prices to consumers to keep up with his growing costs. Yeah, this is the thing. It just gets passed on. Long term, we will have to pass on prices. If we put it up too much, we're going to lose customers. We value our customers, he said. I feel for the consumer too. Things are tough all around. If the supply chains got to continue, we've got to pass those costs on, unfortunately. It comes at a time when Australians are already paying more at the till due to the war in Ukraine and floods in Queensland. Mr. Johnson said lettuce already costs $10 at the moment because of the floods in the south of the state. His financial struggles have also been exacerbated by the country's energy crisis, with his bill set to soar over the next 12 months. Yeah, I mean, this is just the perfect storm. I bet you ScoMo is really happy he lost the election. You got to feel sorry for Albanese. You have to feel sorry for him. I mean, if he didn't do all these stupid things like sign us up to reduced carbon emissions and this fantasy of us being a leader in sustainable power. I mean, we're a leader in importing shit. That's what we're a leader in. We're a leader in importing solar panels from China and wind turbines from Germany. Fantastic. Anyway, I got this yesterday. 35.8% power is going up. I mean, is this for real? Shit. 35.8%. We've got this renewable energy, supposedly. There's windmills going up at my back door in Coburn up here. We've got solar, and the prices still go up. Yeah, it's funny that. So, well, let's have a talk about this, guys. So what's the solution, everyone? Honestly, I would say we need to lobby to increase the tax-free threshold. Don't put this burden on business. Reduce the burden of the state on the citizens. Reduce it. Make people pay less tax. Then instantly they get more money in their pocket. And just cut some government services that we don't need. Can you see that happening with the Labor government? Not in a million years. Can you see it happening with the Liberal government? Not in a million years either. They're all the same. They're in the business of buying votes. It's just another way to do it. The problem is we're all going to suffer. And those that are the most vulnerable, that people foolishly believe this will help are going to suffer the most, because they'll have reduced hours, they'll have reduced employment opportunities, and the cost of necessities that they buy will increase. Don't people see that? Don't they get it? If you want to increase the actual money people have, reduce the amount that you steal off them. Isn't that simple? Anyway, tell me what you think, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one in the comments down below. And I know it's a heated topic. If you're a fan and want to support the channel, there are a few ways you can. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. You can use our referral links or buy our merch. If you need an architect, give us a call. Anyway, guys. Oh, and, well, we do all our work in Australia. Guarantee you that. Take care, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now. I miss my Stein. I've got to find a new one. They're all from overseas, though.